Yeah.
Patrick Michael on Lightning 100.
I loved my Linda Lou, loved her with a love so true. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Well, now we grew up in Pawnee, my Linda Lou and me. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Well, her soft brown hair and bright blue eyes always seemed to hypnotize. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Well, now I got a job on the combines out west. Daily I was put to the test, but I did it for my Linda Lou. I loved my Linda Lou, loved her with a love so true. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Well, I caught me a bus from Omaha to KC, gonna thumb my way to Pawnee, gonna see my Linda Lou, you see. I loved my Linda Lou, loved her with a love so true. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Now I got off at a truck stop, she was serving the coffee hot. I walked in and fell down on the spot. I love you, Linda Lou, love you with a love so true. Oh, I love you, Linda Lou. Well, she said, you know, it's been many a year, I cried so many tears. Why don't you get on out of here? Well, I got me a husband and a child too, I sure don't need any of you. Why don't you do just what you do? I loved my Linda Lou, loved her with a love so true. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Well, it must have been something she said. I pulled out a 45, I put a bullet to her head. She fell over on the tiles quite dead. I loved my Linda Lou, loved her with a love so true. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou. Now I'm out on the highway trying to catch me a ride. Up pulls a Chevy Nova by my side, and I look in, such lovely blue eyes. Well, now I hope it doesn't really offend if I call you the name of my old friend. Do you mind if I call you Linda Lou? I loved my Linda Lou, loved her with a love so true. Well, I loved her, I loved my Linda Lou.
Awesome. You can see why your friend Doug calls you Patrick the Slide Michael. Patrick Michael on Lightning 100. Let that encourage you to come out to Jed's every Friday night at 8 o'clock. Sign up begins at 7:45.